Well, what's up everybody? Dr. Legrand here, and we're going to be talking about how to kick yourself into gear when you have ADHD, or if you just get distracted all the time and have a hard time getting chores done or getting stuff at your job done. What to do to get yourself kicked into gear. I'm going to share my tips on what I do specifically. So let's get started right after this intro. Welcome back, my Optimal Mind performers and my Optimal Mind leaders. If you are new here and want Optimal Mind Performance, learn how to do Optimal Mind Performance. We talk everything about here about ADHD health, personal development, as well as things to do better at work, to be able to perform better at work, and much more. So if you want to learn all about that, and we post videos every single week, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, as well as hit the bell notification button so you don't miss out on any of the future videos. And then of course, give us a thumbs up if you like this video. So like I said, I am Dr. Legrand. I grew up with ADHD and dyslexia, and I also help with lots of patients who have ADHD. That's what I do at my own family practice. But let's talk about how to kick yourself into gear when you really don't want to do certain things, such as like chores or things at work that are just become very tedious. Now, these are just my tips, things that I have used. It isn't something like I read out of a book, but I just been implementing these things and I've been finding that it's been helping me lately. So the first thing that I actually have been doing is when I have to do chores, so like wash the dishes or put the kids to bed, or it comes to just things that you don't want to have to do that are just on a day-to-day basis and you just aren't going to be motivated. I get people ask me all the time, how do you get motivated to do chores? I'm still learning that one because obviously trying to learn how to be motivated to do chores, I don't think that's going to happen. But there's other things you can do that keep you motivated while you do the chores. So what I do is actually listen to either a book or a podcast that's really motivating, something that I'm really engaged and really like. And then while I'm doing dishes and picking up after my kids and doing all these different types of chores that I need to get done or mowing the lawn, I feel motivated. The time passes so quickly and I'm just actively doing this. In fact, I'm more of a physical learner. So if you're a physical type learner, you will actually retain more of what you're listening to and therefore be able to benefit in both ways. You get something done, you also retain the information more, and you're excited because you learned something new. So there you go. That's tip number one. Let's talk about tip number two. Now this one is really difficult, but I think it's really important. This is what I do when I actually write in my schedule the night before, is I put the most important things that need to get done, even though I hate doing it and I've been putting it off. I've been procrastinating, putting it off. So I put it at the very beginning. So that way I get it done. So if I got it done and the rest of the day I was just daydreaming and I got on my phone and just the day just went away, which sometimes does happen, especially for a lot of people with ADHD, at least I could feel like I accomplished something because I got at least the most important thing and something that I've been putting off for a long time and got that done. So do it at the beginning of the day and be done with it. The third tip, and this is something that I've always consistently always look back at every time, is to have a clear vision of what your ultimate goal is. So for me, there's lots of visions I have for my own business of where I want to accomplish, and also when it comes to my own relationships with my own family, as well as other things when it comes to just personal development. So have a clear vision, write it down, and then when, for example, chores that you don't want to do. Well, if you have a clear vision in your relationship that you want to establish, then those smaller things like picking up after yourself, doing some chores, become a little bit more important. You realize the ultimate goal. Does that make sense? With work, if there's, things that you just keep on putting off, you got to have your ultimate vision of what you have for your job. But if you're on your own business, having your ultimate vision and keep reminding yourself of why you're doing it. And so that way the small things that you really just hate doing but are still important become more important to you, and that way it's easier to do them. So those are my three tips, is be able to kick yourself into gear when you just don't want to do it. But I'm curious what you guys actually do. Go ahead and leave that in the comment section below of what you do to keep yourself kicked into gear to be able to get motivated to do things that maybe you don't want to do. But if you want some further guidance, I do have a free guide for ADHD. It goes over what labs, nutrients, and supplements that you need to actually implement, and it's in the description below that you can download that free guide. And until next time, this is Dr. Legrand signing out, and remember, you have an optimal mind. Thanks. Bye.